Hi, I'd like to talk about TV, films and comics on this channel, and today we're going to talk about a Dynamite omnibus of Queen Sonja. The Queen Sonja omnibus from Dynamite Entertainment is a fairly large tome for Dynamite omnibuses. It's something that's in paperback format because Dynamite just don't seem to like doing hardcover omnibuses. They did do a massively oversized Gail Simone omnibus, but really they seem to steer clear of the more traditional Marvel DC style omnibuses, or even just Image Star deluxe editions, which is a real shame because they would have a big market for them, I think, even if they did them on a sort of Kickstarter. Anyway, onwards. This collects the first three trades of the Queen Sonja run. It's written by Joshua Ortega, Arvid Nelson and Luke Lieberman. Art in the first and third volumes are by Mel Ruby, and in the second volume by Jackson Herbert. First off, this is a great looking book. The art in it is expressive and clear. You get immediately sort of scenes of a violent nature with Sonja slashing her way through people, and that doesn't hold up at any point through the book. The story follows Sonja as she is quite deep into her career as Red Sonja, let's say, and she's helping out a kingdom, and through people getting killed she ends up being the queen, and with that comes responsibility. She finds that she's got to make decisions that are boring, they aren't all battle based, you know, taxes and things like that, and she also gets pressure to take a king. And people start seeing that as a weakness, that she refuses to take a king. And you see how she deals with that. What this story does really well is it shows you the Red Sonja character, and it sticks to her core values and her core roots. That is that she was a young woman who got her family killed in front of her. She got raped, and she made a vow with her goddess to never lie with a man unless he can best her in battle. And she remains sort of solid to those core values. And she's also never undersold on sort of her sexuality as well. They don't go, oh, we'll just make her a lesbian then. They stick to the fact that she's a woman who likes men, but she's got her vow and she sticks to it. And she almost comes across as the most powerful feminine figure in comic books, I would say, because they never compromise her values. And this is written through this book like a stick of rock. And I think it was a really good read because of that. It's the kind of thing that people who look at Red Sonja and who've never read the book but want to make a sort of statement will say, oh, look how she's dressed, oh, just some stupid bloody booby scantily clad woman. It's like, no, everything she does, never she wears, is her choice. And I think that's a really strong message to female comic readers, young and old, and also to male comic readers like myself, because it is a understandable and relatable, realistic as it were, woman. The story is fun. You see her sort of in these battles, you also see her having to deal with matters of state, and you see her starting to like someone but then being conflicted with how that will affect her vows. And then you also see a flashback in the third volume to essentially how she became Red Sonja. It's not a retcon or anything, it's just a sort of padding out of the story. And you also see reference to a character that Lieberman refers to in his Birth of a She-Devil story as well, who became the main villain in that I'm going to talk about in a separate review. I think this is a great book. I got it for the shown value on screen. It's one of these things that kind of goes up and down in value quite often. I would say get it as cheaply as possible. I couldn't find it with a publisher's return mark or anything like that, so that's a little bit annoying because I obviously don't mind getting books with those on them. But if you are interested in Red Sonja stories, you don't like reading them digitally, because this often comes up cheap digitally, this run, and you want something for your collection, and because Dynamite just aren't clearly interested in putting out proper hardback omnibuses, I would pick this up and grab it while you still can. please feel free to give us a like and a subscribe, and thanks for watching.